Often we also are going to see a table with information, and we can use ratios to help us figure out a comparison between items, just like we did unit rates. We can use ratios to help us figure out which is a better fish oil, for example. This table that we have gives a study by an online health journal claiming that although fish has been a food of choice to help control heart disease, the fish are not all equivalent, especially farm-raised tilapia might be dangerous to the heart because the omega-3 to omega-6 ratios are out of proportion to what's healthy for the human heart. So if we look at farm-raised tilapia, it has a ratio of omega-3 to omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids of 11 to 1. And they're saying that that's unhealthy. So that's what we're looking at to check our information here. So 11 to 1, we want to compare to that figure to see if we have a good rate or not. So here's herring. This is an example of a fish oil, and herring has 39 long chain omega-3 or omega-6 fatty acids, and it has 1509 omega-3s. And we want a ratio, the one that we were given above is omega-6 to omega-3. And so I'm just going to write that in so I don't forget what order, but it's also the same order as what's given on our table. So we can put a ratio then of 39 to 1509, or we can write it the way it was written above there, 39 to 1509. And then we want a unit ratio because we can see here that they were giving it to us omega-6 to omega-3, and they used a 1 for the omega-3. So we do need to divide it out, and just like we would do with our unit rates, just divide that fraction and you'll get the unit rate. So we'll do this fraction, think about it as 39 over 1509, and when we do that on the calculator, we actually want a decimal value. So 39 divided by 1509, and that equals, as a unit rate, it's going to be 0.0258421. And that's how you do a unit rate when you have a ratio. You just go ahead and divide it like it's a fraction, and then it would be over 1 at this point, and so we just put a 2-1 as the second part of our ratio. Okay, so we can do the rest of these on this table, and if you would take a minute, go ahead and pause the video and do those, and then I'll put up my work so you can compare. And remember, when I have you do some work like this, it's really important for you to actually pause the video and do the work. Don't just watch on through, because your brain learns more when you work, not when I work. So I can show you something, but then it's really, really important for you to actually do it so that you can absorb all of the steps in the process and figure out all the things that are going to hang you up later when you try to do homework.